Movie Minute
Man
Men
podcast.
podcast.
My name is Andrew,
And my name's Wesley.
and we are back getting a podcast in under the gun. So we still have one every month. That's been our goal, and we're recording this on the 23rd of January. So there's about a week left, week and a half left in January. We're getting it done, but we're back to bring you the next installment of our MCU rewatch with Ant-Man and the Wasp from 2018, which if you clicked on this podcast. But we're back, and we're doing another one.
Yes, we are.
And
And
yeah, go ahead. Sorry. I
I
think we're out of
and
practice.
to start it off, guys, happy new year.
Yes.
Just let you
Yes,
know,
indeed.
I feel like we update you guys on something in our life every podcast, and I just turned 22, guys. So that's the update for me.
Woo! He's a little man
Um,
now.
in my second semester of my film degree right now.
Yeah.
And the Avengers teasers for the
Oh.
next
Oh.
Avengers movies
Yeah.
have been happening recently.
Yes.
So that's something also to mention. I don't think we've talked about that on the podcast.
No, we have not.
So that's also something to mention, and we'll
Which-
probably get into that later down the line. But
Maybe we, depending on how long this recording goes, we do like our thoughts on the teasers
oh
as a separate
yeah,
episode. And drop
wait,
it.
yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, so I've heard a rumor about the full trailer gonna be the Super Bowl. So
I would hope they would drop
I
at
would,
least a little
I
something.
think I would assume so. So I think the whole like honestly,
Yeah.
I think that rumor's correct. I think they're probably gonna.
Unless, and obviously we can talk about it later, but unless they do a Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer for
Well, that was rumored to come
Super
out this
Bowl.
week, but it
Oh.
has not. So
Shoot.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it hasn't, and that was leaked as well. So I already know what is in
I-
that trailer. I saw
I
the
have
leaked
been
trailer.
avoiding leaks
I
because
saw the leaked
saw
trailer. I don't
Yeah.
care. I wanted to see those teasers. I was like, I want to see those teasers. Like,
That's valid. That's valid. For me though, I want for sure this is happening and a good quality thing.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah,
saw a
yeah.
leak. I want to say it was of the X-Men one, and it was
too,
the
yeah.
Cyclops, and I was like, this feels fan made. I'm not gonna get my hopes
that
up.
one
I'm
did.
not
That
gonna
one
do
did.
anything.
Yeah.
And then I watched the actual one, and I got goosebumps. I watched it 15 other times, and anyway, we can talk about that later.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
the Avengers Doomsday trailers have been mixed for me. And if you wanna, if you wanna,
Yeah.
if you want our full thoughts, stay tuned for the next episode because I think we should do that definitely,
Yeah.
even if it's like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations, 22, big step for you. I like the post you posted, made me possibly tear up. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I did or not, but I'm just gonna say. So yeah, and second semester at Arizona State, right?
Yep.
Right,
Yep.
yeah.
Film degree. Here
How
we
many
come.
more? How many more semesters?
Probably 3 or 4, honestly.
Okay, hey.
Wait.
That's not bad.
Yeah, 3 or 4. It's
Yeah.
probably gonna be like around 3 years.
That's
honestly.
not bad. You're almost
It's
done.
not.
You're
It's
getting there.
it's not gonna be 2. So yeah. So. How about you?
Yeah, that's awesome.
How about you?
Yeah.
Update for the podcast.
Well, I think it was my last or their Thanksgiving podcast mentioned. I'm not pregnant, but my wife is pregnant. Yeah, so we're expecting our baby. It's a girl, so that's new as of. Well, I mean, it's been a girl since conception, but
Well,
we've known now as of a month, I think. So
Mm.
very exciting. I just learned how to drywall. My wife,
Ooh.
my father-in-law, and the majority of my in-laws were over, and we drywalled a ceiling, which was a trip and a
I
half.
bet.
And
Yeah.
so they got it up and helped me mud or put the mud on it, and I've been doing extra layers and sanding, and so that's been a journey. But besides that, not much has happened. We always save our movies for the end of the episode, So I'll save that. But I also an update. I got into Stranger Things over the holiday season. I had never watched it.
Yes, we talked about that before on the podcast.
Did we talk about it on the podcast?
Yes,
I couldn't
we
remember
did
when we
a
did.
long time ago, but we did, and I was like, "What? Like you've never watched it?"
Oh
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
And right around Thanksgiving, I was like, you know what? Season 5's coming out. I think this is a good time as any to jump on the train. So I binged it and watched the entire series, starting like the first week of December, and I got it done for New Year's Eve, and I
Wow.
got to watch the finale as soon as it was out, and I did really like the ending. So all of you guys who hate on it, go kick rocks, pals. I liked it. It did it for me. It was good for me. So, anywho,
Nice.
yeah, those are all my updates, and if you guys care, that's it. Yeah. But we're here to talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp. So yeah, Wesley, if you want to take it away with your memories of the film, now would be the time.
Yeah, so I definitively remember going to see this one on opening weekend with some of my siblings. This one came out in July, so very odd time for a Marvel movie, I think. But I definitely didn't see it the day before. I think I saw it the Saturday after it came out. Not really sure, but just now that it was like that weekend, it was really packed. It was really packed, the showing I did go see. And I went to my local theater, and it was one of the smaller auditoriums, so it was definitely a situation where we had to split our seating as well, so that was kind of sad.
Oh yeah.
But I remember having a great time though, and I think it had a plenty of heart. It had plenty of heart and definitely laughs. It got the whole crowd laughing. It was like one of those movies that like I think it was able to capture a lot of ages.
Mhm.
Oh, like the teen, or like I was at the time, but also a lot of the older generation as well. Um, and the character dynamics as well that were built from the first film, I think that evolved as well in the second. And it was a course of like it was of course like a solo like a sequel to a solo hero movie, and usually sequels don't really hit a harder as the original. And upon rewatch a few times, that kind of hit a few times for me. I remember the first few rewatches, I was like, I'm not really into this. But this rewatch, like that I watched it like yesterday, I honestly enjoyed it more than I have ever since I watched it for the first time, actually. So that's very interesting to note, but I think those are my memories for um, seeing it. And I remember going to see it with my brother Eli and my brother, not my brother, my sister Kira, and then also a friend. So that's who I went to see it with. So
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So my memories kind of along the same lines as yours. I didn't go and watch it in the theater though. I don't have a lot of memories actually, but I didn't go see it in the theater. I remember that. The only thing I remember watching of it was the trailer, and I think the shot of the Pez dispenser flying out of the back of the van
oh yeah.
was in there, and because that was one of the most vivid things I remember seeing it. And I didn't watch it until, like everyone, COVID hit, and I decided to watch through the MCU to pass the time. And that was the first time I watched it. I didn't go see it in theater. I didn't feel like I needed to go and watch it anywhere else, because I think that was actually the first time I watched Ant-Man as well, was 2020. If you go back and listen to the podcast of that, I think that's what I said. And so I didn't really have any vested interest in the character outside of his brief appearance in Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think I felt like I needed to go see it in the theater. And I remember watching it that one time, I didn't never felt like I needed to go watch it again until this time. So this is my second time watching it. And if, uh, well, I'll tell you, I went to look at Letterboxd because I was like, I haven't watched it since, and I was like, what did I rate it? And I rated it 2 stars. So, I didn't really care for it when I watched it. I didn't think it was anything to write home about. I didn't think, you know, really anything about it. It was just, it was fine, was my thoughts the first time watching it. And this time, like you, I enjoyed it more. I don't know what it was. I was talking to Clara at dinner today. My wife, Clara's her name. And I was like, I don't know what changed because it's the same movie. I don't know if it's the distance from like, I don't know if it's like everything that's happened. It's like, oh, this is actually a good Marvel movie, comparing it to, I don't know, the things that have come out recently, like those things, or comparing it to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. It is so much better than that one. I don't know what it is, but I really enjoyed it this time. Sorry, guys, if you can hear the helicopter flying over my house.
He's gonna get abducted, guys.
Not really. It's actually, we live literally 2 blocks from a hospital, and so that's the life alert. That helicopter flying over top. I didn't know if you could hear that or not. I felt like I probably
I
should,
did.
make a statement. So that's what that is. But all in all, I really enjoyed it this time around. So yeah, those are my memories. And I guess we did memories and thoughts now together in one. So
Yeah,
I
we
don't know if you
did.
felt that too. Like, do you like know
I
why
think
you
it
like it
was
more?
I think it was the comedy that just it I think honestly it was the comedy. I
Yeah.
think it didn't really gel well together the few times in between watching it in the theater to now. Um, I don't know if it was the points in my life, but I just love comedies right now in my life. I love
Yeah.
that genre of movies. And the comedy in this movie arguably may be better than the first.
Oh, I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
I think it is. I
Uh,
think that might be a hot take, but
I don't think you can beat Louise's monologue from
from
the
the
first one.
first,
I think that was just
yeah.
like, that puts it so much higher than the rest. I don't know. That's me.
Yeah, yeah,
But
you're true about that, but there's other parts. Even like side characters or like random characters you wouldn't expect to have like a goofy line had a goofy line.
yeah, that's fair.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
don't know
call,
either.
like the random call from a Scott's daughter.
Oh, about the shoes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It kept ringing during the monologue.
It said 911.
uh,
Yeah. So, Wesley, do you have fun facts for us about the movie moving forward?
yes. So talks for a sequel to Ant-Man began shortly after the first film was released. Ant-Man and the Wasp was officially announced in October 2015, with Rudd and Lilly returning to reprise their roles. A month later, Ant-Man director Reed was officially set to return. He had joined the first film, later in its production and was excited to develop this one from the beginning. A major focus of development was elevating the Wasp into a fully realized equal hero, correcting her historically one dimensional portrayal in the early comics and making the film the first MCU title to feature a female character in its name. Reed viewed this progression as organic, emphasizing Hope Van Dyne as both a heroic and romantic partner to Scott Lang, while also expanding the backstories of Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne. Working closely with Paul Rudd and the writing team, Reed aimed to preserve the original film's unique tone while developing a new genre blend, richer character dynamics, and a more expansive role for the quantum realm within the MCU. Filming took place from August to November 2017 at Pinewood Atlanta Studios, like all Marvel films do. Ant-Man and the Wasp had its world premiere in Hollywood, Los Angeles on June 25th, 2018 and was released in the United States on July 6th, 2018 as part of Phase 3 of the MCU. And upon the release, the film was another critical success for Marvel Studios, having 87 on Rotten Tomatoes and went on to make $622 million worldwide with 216 million coming from the US.
Awesome. Yeah. That's that's great. Um, that's one thing that when I was doing the research, like Paul Rudd is a writer on this one. I can't remember if he was in Ant-Man as well. I'm actually gonna look that up real quick.
I don't think so. But dude, it totally makes sense in this one because I feel like there was a sense of improv with the lines.
Yeah. No, he
And
was he.
I know at the end, the last scene with Wu, that is improv. Him carrying on the conversation.
Oh yeah.
Uh that I saw like something about that, how with the card trick type of thing. I think at the very end of the movie or something.
Where he's talking about
Going out to eat.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. He's like, I'll
That's
see you around,
improv.
Scott. And he goes,
And then
where?
where? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's improv. That was
Yeah.
improv.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
I didn't realize that.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
is credited as a screenplay uh writer on Ant-Man.
Wow.
Paul Rudd is.
Interesting.
So he got
Did you know in the third movie there was like a fake book that came out like of his like with along with
oh
the
with
promotion of the movie?
his what is the book called?
I forgot, but there was a fake book that came out.
That's
Like
wild.
I'm not really sure. Like it was an actual book though. I'm pretty sure it was, but I don't know.
I
Random
wouldn't
thought.
be surprised.
Random thought. Peyton Reed. I think
He
did he direct the third one? He didn't direct the third one.
I believe he did not. Let me check.
And that's
Again.
kind of crazy to say because the box office of this one actually hit different. Like there was a big um cult
He did
following
direct
for this one.
he did direct Quantum
He
Mania.
did. He did. Yes, he
Yes.
did.
And I want to say he was in line to direct the Avengers movies that are coming up here.
Yes, he was. He was
Up
one of the
until
possibilities. Yeah.
up until Kang got scrapped, which would have just been weird. But I mean, it would have made sense. So, with all that being said, let's dive into today's movie, 2018's Ant-Man and the Wasp. So, Ant-Man and the Wasp came out, like Wesley said, July 6th, 2018. It's directed by Peyton Reed, written by Chris McKenna, Eric Summers, Paul Rudd, Gabriel Ferrari, and Andrew Barrier. Based on the comics by Stan Lee, Larry Lerner, and Jack Kirby. Music by Christoph Beck. It stars Paul Rudd as Ant-Man / Scott Lang, Evangeline Lilly as Wasp / Hope Van Dyne, Michael Douglas as Hank Pym, Lawrence Fishburne as Bill Foster, Michelle Pfeiffer as Janet Van Dyne, Walter Goggins as Sonny Birch, Hannah John Common as Ava Starr / Ghost, and Randall Park as Jimmy Woo. Also starring Bobby Cannavale, Judy Greer, Michael Pena. Is it Pena? I don't know why I had that
Pena.
problem with that name. Yeah. David Dasmalak? Damalak? I don't know. Tip Harris and Abby Ryder Fortson. Lots of people. Weird names. I apologize for getting any of those wrong. Wesley, thoughts on the cast and the crew?
First off, I gonna start it with the score. I think the score is very interesting in this one. There's a continuous line, I think, through the entire movie. The score doesn't really stop usually. I feel like as I was watching it upon rewatch yesterday, and at times it would get slower, but
Mhm.
I think it was honestly a W score, and like it was uh kind of came off of like those themes of the first movie, but built on other ones, more emotionally driven ones, like with um, Hope's mom, Janet, like when they were doing like the flashbacks towards that, or and like even in the comedic parts or the action parts. Sometimes I feel like though the score kind of was too loud
Oh
for the
yeah,
dialogue. Um
I
that
can see
was
that.
my only complaint, and I was like, the score shouldn't be too like this loud for this like this specific part. But that's just sound design nitpicks, I guess.
Yeah,
Anyways, though, um
no, that's valid.
Paul Rudd being a writer, did not know that actually until now, as you said that a tiny bit earlier. That's very interesting. And that's kind of cool that they brought him on to be able to do that the first movie and this movie as well.
Yeah,
Um I
I
I
think that that adds to the tone of it though, because you
It
like
does.
there's just something about Paul Rudd's humor that adds a lot to this movie, and like you said, the ad lib stuff, and I don't know. I think it was a smart move.
I think underrated character a definitely goes to the young actor for Cassie, because she wasn't able to
Oh yeah,
return. They recasted her.
yeah, which
Um
is bogus.
that was so bogus. Oh my gosh. I was so mad when they recast her,
They
honestly.
recasted her twice because she's a different character in Endgame,
Yes.
and then she's a different character
It's so
in
sad. Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Lost Quantumania,
It's
which
so
I
sad.
understand. I understand because they're supposed to be 5 years, and there would only have been like a year, so the actor would have been like, but like cast the right person so she can be in Quantumania too, because Catherine Newton looks nothing like little Cassie in this Abby Ryder Fortson.
Yeah.
Nothing like her.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird.
I'm so glad that like the whole gang was like back together from the first movie,
Yeah,
and they all had their the business up and going. That like I'm
I
so glad they didn't like go away from that like they did in like number 3.
yeah.
But to have
Number
all
three has
those
its
guys.
issues
Yeah.
that we'll get to eventually, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that is one of the big ones. Yeah. Sorry, continue.
And like the dynamic between all those actors jumping off of each other in those scenes,
Yeah.
those actors are pretty good at what they do. And when you have a group like that, like probably have worked on other projects as well together, possibly. I think you can have some good chemistry.
Yeah, for
Also,
sure.
one more note. Bill Foster, the actor of Bill Foster, I honestly thought he was Jeffrey Wright for the longest time until I saw he was Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
So I, yeah, um, I thought it was Jeffrey Wright, but I was wrong. So, anyways, what do you think about
Yeah.
the cast?
No, I wish they'd given Bill Foster more to do because he's kind of just there and then he's just kind of gone. It's kind of bogus.
Yeah, I have
Um,
some thoughts about him, but we'll wait for that.
yeah, I think again going back to my why I love this movie more now. It could be because of Ghost and all that they redeemed from this movie in Thunderbolts because I think she's one of the best parts of Thunderbolts is her character. What?
What?
What? You
She's
disagree?
only in in a very tiny bit.
In Thunderbolts?
Yeah.
Ghost?
Yeah.
Ghost is in a lot of it. She's one of the
She
Thunderbolts.
died. She
No, that's
died.
Taskmaster.
Oh wait, yeah.
Ghost. I was like, Ghost is with
Sorry. Yeah,
No,
I'm
you're
sorry. I'm
good. You're
sorry.
good. I was just very confused. I was like, did we watch the same movie?
Man, oh my gosh. Yeah, you're so right. Okay.
No, you're good. Um, no, but that could be part of it. Um, but yeah, I think she's okay for what it is. Uh, not the best villain, but yeah, I agree with you. The music is phenomenal. The writing is very good. Lots of back and forth, lots of witty quips. And yeah, I think that's all I got. I love Jimmy Woo, and I love that they bring him back pretty quickly after this in
Yeah.
WandaVision. I think that was a good move because he was great.
He's also on SNL as well. Well,
Is
he
he?
was a part of the cast for a while, I think.
I didn't realize that.
So he had some experience with that. So
Yeah, that. I mean, he's fantastic. I know him from The Office playing Jim Halpert, but
yes.
that's what I know him from. Which Randall Park later goes on and plays. What's his name? Mr. Fantastic in 2021's great movie, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. But that's neither here nor there. That's a joke, guys. You can laugh. You can laugh. Anyway, I wanted to mention, and I was going to mention when we get there, but underrated character. You mentioned Cassie. I want to mention Paxton in this one because he's hilarious, and he's only in like 3 scenes. He has like 3 lines, but he's phenomenal. I love the shift from him being kind of an antagonist in the first one to being like best buds with Scott. I just think it's really funny because he's always like, Scott, buddy, you here? Or so proud of you, buddy. I think it's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I think I could agree with you on that one. I don't really think of I didn't think of that on this rewatch who could be an underrated character. So,
I mean, I'm not saying put him on the shirt because he's in the second one as well, or the first one as well.
yeah.
But I am saying he's fantastic.
Because I think the first thing you would say is like Jimmy Woo or was something like that, but like he's not really underrated.
No, Jimmy Woo has become beloved in certain circles.
Yes. So
But yeah, let's get into the movie itself. So we open on a voiceover from Hank Pym telling Janet, nope, not Janet, Hope, how his wife and her mom, Janet, died, or they think died, got stuck in the quantum realm by going subatomic. No, what's the word? Subatomic. And to save a missile while they worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. And yeah, so he thinks because Ant-Man came back, they can get to the quantum realm and bring back Janet, who they thought was dead. And then we flash forward to where Scott is under house arrest. Oh wait, no, not yet. We'll stop there. That's the opening. Is the voiceover with that? So let's talk about the opening.
I think it was really interesting for them to open once again without whenever a Marvel movie opens without the logos and goes right into it. I think that's always a very peculiar to do.
Yeah, there you go.
And it grabs the attention of the audience because if you're in a theater, and like you're still talking like when it starts and you think like the Marvel logos are gonna go, but then they don't, and like a scene starts playing, then you're like, everyone shut up. That was like kind of like I think it was a scenario at my literal auditorium I was in, like people were like, okay, shh, like it's starting, because like it literally started off with a monologue from Hank Pym. But
Yeah.
I like how this opened with the stakes and how it feels very personal with Janet's sacrifice and kind of the idea of shrinking between the molecules is kind of such like peak Ant-Man and Sci-Fi Logic. I really liked that.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous, but it kind of works, honestly. I like some of that sciencey stuff, but I know like some of it's not true, but
Yeah.
And also, you kind of see some character development in which Hank being forced to stay behind kind of adds that emotional weight that carries into the movie and explains his guilt and overprotectiveness later with Hope.
Yeah.
So I think that was an interesting note to point out right from the get-go
Yeah, no,
with that
absolutely.
as well. So
Yeah. No, that is a good point because in the first one he's very he's overprotective of or not Janet, goodness gracious, of Hope. And so they kind of retcon that a little bit and being like, well, here's the reason why. Because, I mean, you knew she died somehow,
yeah, yeah.
but this gives us the how and the why. And so, yeah, I agree. I think it's good, a great opening and sets the stakes. And now they have kind of been doing that with a lot of their Marvel movies where they just start with a scene and then you get the bum 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 like they did I think with Fan Four, and I think they did it with Thunderbolts too. I want to say
Yeah, it depends. I think it depends.
they definitely did it with Fantastic Four. I think, right? Maybe not. I could be wrong. 'Cause I think they start with the.
I don't think so. Not for Fantastic Four.
No, did they start with the? Oh
Because
no,
it was
no.
different. It was different for Fantastic Four. They did a whole different title sequence, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, they did it for Thunderbolts too because it faded into black.
Yeah.
For Thunderbolts. You're right. Never mind. No, they didn't. I lied. Sorry. Let's move on. So we then go to Scott, who's under house arrest as he's playing with his daughter Cassie, and they are doing a heist. We get a look at Luis being a responsible boss now. Jimmy Woo shows up, gives us, the audience, and Cassie a rundown of why Scott is under house arrest because of his shenanigans during Captain America Civil War. We learned that he has 3 days left on his 2-year house arrest, and Scott has a word bathtub dream and calls Hank on a secret phone.
What are you doing 2 hours in the bathroom?
That's personal. Where were we? Yeah. So then Hope shows up and kidnaps Scott, takes him to their secret base, and they give him the rundown of trying to get Janet out of the quantum realm, and Hope, they need a part, and Hope arranges to buy a part from a black market dealer named Sonny Birch, played by Walter Goggins. And so then we go to that meeting, and Birch finds out that Hope is not actually, or Hope is actually, in air quotes, and he wants to double cross them and refuse to sell the part to Hope unless she makes him a partner in their research. Lots there. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so the consequences of Civil War are definitely in here, and it definitely feels smaller here, but it's kind of more personal with having that effect on Hope and Hank.
Yeah.
On Scott, what Scott did to them. So it's like, I think it would be, you gotta look at what they think of Scott. You can't just come out with an outside perspective because it hurt them for him to do that because he went out without telling them and used their stuff, of course.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like behind their backs. Anyways, but Scott's house arrest is definitely very funny. But the threat of 20 years in prison keeps that kind of tense throughout the movie. Does he need to get back? And at any point, he could be called like there could be a call in and like he needs to get back there, you know. So that kind of kept the movie in a little bit of a tense shakeup.
Yeah.
Uh, and the movie, I feel like, constantly reminds us that Cassie is Scott's motivation, which
Mhm.
kind of like which kind of grounds everything in
Yeah.
that for Scott, you know, who he cares about is Cassie, um, and definitely him stepping into this role of Ant-Man still feels kind of earned because he's not really chasing glory. He's just trying to be a good dad with that, you know, role in his life. Um, so yeah, and I think the dream sequence was really weird as well.
Yeah.
That was very odd. Um, the moment where yeah, it's kind of like the moment where you know where like Janet could be still alive, and like no, but the audience didn't think like until that moment like oh yeah she could be, and because like of course like the first scene is like of the death, but like then you're like okay I what are they doing with this, and then
Yeah.
like Scott literally has a dream about it, and I was like okay yeah she's probably alive.
Yeah. So that's where we're going. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, Jimmy Woo getting introduced as well. Very likable. Um, oh, youth pastor joke is here.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, you're
Yeah.
great with kids, Woo. Yeah, I'm also a youth pastor.
Dude, there's another youth pastor joke as well in Spider-Man. Do you remember that as well? In
No.
Spider-Man 3. In like No Way Home
With
is the youth
who?
pastor. Andrew Garfield, I think, says it. I think.
Oh, yeah, because they think
It's like in the
Toby Spider-Man, he's like, "Are you like you look like a youth or something about what he's wearing?" He's like, "You look like a youth pastor."
yeah, it's crazy.
That is
That's
funny.
two jokes in the MCU
Yeah,
that
they got something against youth pastors, and I personally
I
I take
guess.
offense to that because
Yeah.
I am one.
Yeah.
But real quick, back to the dream. That is one of the pieces, and there's not many, but one of the pieces that makes the story kind of feel convenient in a way. You know, like it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it
he just so
does.
happens to get a dream now when they're planning on going to look for her. It's like weird. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that part. But
Yeah. You're so right. Um Sunny, I don't really like Sunny. Um
no,
yeah, I feel like he's a convenient plot piece as well, just adding more
yeah,
layers on top of the whole scheme of things like near the end of the movie, you know, with the whole car chase and everything happening like he wants it and all that. Um with the lab and all that.
that's fair.
Um but I do like the oh, wait, no, we haven't talked about the restaurant fight. Uh but
No, we did. We did. Oh
oh
no,
no, we
we
didn't.
didn't. You're right. Sorry, my bad. I was
So
thinking we did.
no, we have not. But
No.
the oh, what I was gonna say with the woo part though, that was really funny. How he just like freaking goes off on a tangent towards Cassie and
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
she's not gonna understand anything. And I like
No,
the facial reactions towards the actor of Cassie. I think were really good too because she's like, "What are you saying?" Like right now, like I don't
she did a great
understand
job. Yeah,
anything. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't understand anything you're saying.
No,
So
I think it was a really good way for us as an audience to realize, or for the way that they could give us what's going on, like the status quo,
well,
while
yeah,
also staying in the story. Because we're like, we get one line about what part um is it Infinity? No, Infinity War. Yeah, Infinity War about Scott. or some they make some comment about Ant-Man being on
Endgame,
house
probably.
arrest.
Oh no, Infinity War. Okay.
I think it's Infinity War.
I don't know. I don't know.
They mention it one time because they also they talk about Hawkeye too, and they're like he's on house or they say he's retired or something. I don't remember,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, they make one comment, but it's like, well, of course he would try and get a plea worked out or like a bargain worked out so he could be with his child. So yeah, but no, I thought it was a good way to give us the status quo with why he's underneath house arrest.
For sure.
Anywho, so Hope fights Birch and his men off, and we think she's at home free, but then she gets attacked by Ghost, who there's no name or we don't know who the heck she is. We just see her there. Hope does eventually get the part and get out or get away from Ghost with the help of Scott. Back in the X-Men, or not the what in the world, the Ant-Man costume. But Ghost gets away with the lab. That's what happens. There you go. And they have no idea how to get back or where to go. But the three of them end up going to visit XCon Security, the business that Scott and Louise started up together. And there they come up with the idea to go be able to track the office. They need the help of someone. Bill Foster, who is Hank Pym's estranged partner when they were both working at Shield. He helps them locate the lab, and he helps them locate the lab, and he also claims that Pym drove everyone away due to his ego, and only Janet could stick with him, and that she paid the price for that by getting stuck in the quantum realm. He digs him. He gets a couple digs in at Hank pretty well. Pretty good there as well. Okay, so let's talk about that. The fight, the escape,
Yeah.
ex-con, Bill Foster.
I think the fight was definitely heavily featured in this one was definitely heavily featured in the trailers.
Yes.
Um
The kitchen fight specifically. The fight.
yes, the kitchen. Yeah, the kitchen. I think it's actually I think it's very creative. I think how they switched in and out of the shrinking was very technically driven. I think that was really good. And the back and forth between Hope and then Scott and Hank, like in the car, that is so hilarious. And how like he's saying like she got a suit, like what is this? This is crazy. Like
you didn't have this tech when you made mine. He's like,
yeah,
no,
like
we did.
yeah. I thought that was really funny. That was cool. That was a funny back and forth there with them in the car. And he was like, "Wait a second, no, I actually have it. I brought a suit too. It's a prototype. Here you go."
Yeah.
And
it's not. Is that where we find out that the thing doesn't work, or is that later down the line?
that
issues
is
with the
later.
Okay.
Yeah, I think later. I don't know.
Okay.
I think he just says something about how it's a prototype. I think here.
Okay.
And then introduction to this mysterious character. Oh, what's her name? Ghost. Yes, Ghost.
Ghost.
And I like the name because it's a literal ghost, honestly. But see, I didn't really like her in this movie. I remember not liking her in the first time watching it. Because even when they had explained the backstory, it felt so unneeded at the time. Like they go on a long tangent about her backstory, and I'm like, okay, we don't need like 3 minutes set aside for this. Like I don't know. And the whole Bill Foster situation, I felt like that was a very convenient moment going to him. I did like the
Yeah.
comedy in them going to the ex-con place or whatever because of Hank and how he was annoyed.
Yes.
That was that scene always gets me. Because they're fighting over like the food, aren't they? In this first one, they're
The
fighting over the
Danish.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
The
Danish,
Danish.
yes. And that got me this time. That was a really good scene. Um, so, but yeah, I didn't really like Bill Foster, and it's not because he was like mean to Hank, but just how they used him here, and I it does kind of expand the Ant-Man mythos in a natural way with how like how like a tall like Ant-Man can get and stuff like that and what he was able to
Yeah,
do
true.
and so that is a point to this scene like if it wasn't there then like because he was also an Ant-Man um
Yeah. Well,
so
Goliath, but yeah,
Goliath.
was his name. Yeah.
And it adds more depth to Hank, but I just they just wanted one piece of information in this scene, and I feel like they could have done it in a different way. I don't know. I just didn't
Yeah. No,
like how Bill
I
Bill
agree.
was a added in here. So I don't know if
I
Bill's a
agree.
comic character or not, but
He is. But I think what they definitely could have I mean, if they wanted to, skip because I think what might make it feel choppy is like we go from the restaurant to ex-con then to here very quickly,
yeah, it
and there
is.
feels like there's one too many steps, and so cut out the ex-con part, put that somewhere else, right? Like because you could do put that somewhere else and go straight to Bill Foster from the school, or not the school, the restaurant could also have helped. I don't know, but I agree. I feel like it's a clunky plot device that didn't really need to be there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We also get going back to XCon. We get the Baba Yaga uh, about the ghost, Baba
Yes.
Yaga from what's his name? Uh, there's Dave and Luis and Kurt. Kurt's his name. There you go.
Yeah, Kurt.
Baba Yaga. Um, there's also a quote from Luis uh, towards Hank when they're talking about Bill Foster, and he goes, "You seem to have a falling outs with a lot of people." To Hank, and I just thought that was funny. It was a complete throwaway line, but it was really funny. Um, so
Fun fact: did you know he played the dad in the Dora Explorer, live action
I
movie?
did know that. I did know that. What
Because
a crazy,
there's a
crazy movie
meme.
that was made.
Yeah, there's a meme of that movie and how Dora looks at the camera and then they're like, "What are you looking at?"
Uh,
It's so bad, but it's so
I
funny.
I did not like that movie.
Uh, I never saw
Anyway,
it, but that meme is legendary.
it was
So
not great. Okay. Uh,
that was so random. That was so random.
rabbit trail. Um, all right. I apologize, guys. So, Pym and Hope implement the idea of using the regulator on Lang's old suit to find the lab, and it works. So they head off to steal back the lab. Oh wait, we missed the spot. They go to Cassie's school because she took his trophy to show and tell, and that's where he hid the old suit. So they go in there. His regulator stops working on the new suit, and so he's like looks like a little kid. Um, but they get the suit out of the school and they head off to steal back the lab from Ghost. Uh, but they get to the lab and Ghost is there. She jumps them and knocks out all of them. And this is where she gives her backstory to Scott and Hank and Hope. Let me find where I'm at in the rundown. She lets us know that she was used as a weapon by Shield, with her you know abilities. We also find out here that Foster has been helping Ava to try and find a cure, and they think that Janet's quantum energy could help with the cure. But they think that this will kill Janet, so they refuse to help, and they manage to escape. They get back to get the lab back and begin to work on the quantum tunnel. And Bill and Ava are at the end of their rope, and Ava is trying to convince Bill to kidnap Cassie to get Scott's help for this. And Bill refuses to do that, so she goes off on her own. This is when Sonny Birch comes back, and he tracks down Scott by using Truth Serum on Luis, Dave, and Kurt. And so Ava's also there, and she finds out that where the lab is being kept. And so Ava heads off, Sonny heads off, and Luis is like, "Oh crap, I just screwed it up." Back in the lab, Scott, Hope, and Hank fire up the quantum tunnel for a minute, and it stops working. But then Scott, another weird part, gets taken over by Janet and starts fixing the algorithm on the tunnel.
Hi, honey.
That is. It is so uncomfortable, and
that was so funny.
Hilarious, though.
It was so funny in the theater watching that, like watching it like yesterday. It was like, okay, this is kind of cheese, but in the theater with an audience, it was really funny. We all were laughing and stuff. It was like,
no, it is funny, but there's also part of it that's just like, this doesn't feel okay, because he's like, I don't know, it's just weird. But I mean, props to Paul Rudd. He does a great job with it. He does a fantastic job with it. Anyway, they fire up the tunnel, and it works. And then Luis calls Lang, who says, yo, the feds are on their way, and so it's the Ghost. And he's like, crap, I've got to get back home. So he rushes home to make sure, or so because he's not breaking house arrest, even though he is breaking. Anyway, so this leaves Pim, Hank, and Hope to be arrested by the FBI, and for the lab to be taken by Ava. So Ava has the lab again, and the FBI has Hope and Hank, and Scott is back at home with Cassie, and they have a really good heart-to-heart there about helping Hope and Hank. All right, lots of stuff there. Let's talk about it.
Man, yeah. See, that's the thing. Like a lot of jumping back and forth. Like
it is.
Some people are captured from by these people, that people, this people. So it was a lot of twisting and turning there. For in the middle, in the second act of the movie, I feel like definitely stepped up its game, but also it's like, okay, whoa, good guys aren't doing too hot. Like they keep losing stuff and they don't catch a break. But the school scene definitely is a standout. Man, that was I think that was the moment of the movie when I saw it in the theater. That was everyone was busting a gut over that. Him being like half short, and then it was like the teacher like saying, "Don't run away!" Like,
yep.
Yeah. Oh, that was good. It was good. It was so good. Hiya, champ.
Yeah. You want a cheese stick and a juice box?
Cheese stick and a juice box? And the way he said that too was so good. The sarcasm by Michael Douglas was great there. Yes. And I don't have much to say about all of this. A lot of it really flowed together. I have more to say when like the FBI is talking to Luis and Dave and Kurt and all that. But
go ahead and take it away with that.
Well, that was the whole thing with the truth serum, I feel like that's such a thing. Like,
Wait, is this
uh,
truth serum? It's not truth serum. No, that's totally truth serum.
it's such a common thing in like movies to have that. Like, I don't know, like action movies usually have that, or like thrillers. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's in Mission Impossible or James Bond or
Yeah.
whatever. And like, it's one of those sci-fi things, and it's like I feel like they approach this in a real way, like in such a comedic way too, where it's like, is it like, are you giving us like we've never had this before? Like, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was so real how they did that too. They didn't make it fake. And I
No, they
like
didn't
how,
make it cheesy.
yeah, 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 and like
Yeah, they
and
were irreverent
the
with it.
and how the FBI guys just got increasingly like angry and angrier like as it went along. It was great. Um, Especially when Luis is telling his story as well. Uh,
Oh yeah, I forgot to put that in the rundown. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
because he tells another
Where
story,
he's
and some people thought that wasn't going to happen, because that was like when I went to the theater, everybody was talking about that, and like they were like hoping for another Louis story. They were like, hopefully there's another one, like,
Yeah.
so like that was like the most anticipated movie of the moment. Moment of the movie. I feel
Yeah.
like, at least in my auditorium.
Yeah.
So uh, and then yeah, the FBI guy was like, okay, but what else? Like, I need the
Yeah.
info.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, um, and Bill Foster, I think, has some heart to him, because he didn't, go ahead and capture Cassie. Like they could have done that and taken her away from Scott, but he didn't, and decided to step back from that. I remember you mentioning something about that, and I was like, I
Yeah.
remember that moment in the movie, and I was like, yeah, they could have went off and did that, but they didn't. So he has a heart, at least. Bill has
Yeah.
a heart.
Yeah.
Uh, there's a lot
Absolutely.
that we went over there. I know
Yeah.
I didn't talk about it at all, but
No, you're good. You're good. One thing I will say, because so when Scott gets the call and he's like, "Hey, I can't," or the feds are on their way. Sonny's on his way, Ava's on his way, and he's like, "I've got to get back to the house." And they just Hank and Hope are really not really understanding Scott's position here, and I get that he kind of screwed him over with
yeah,
um, the whole Civil War thing, but it's also like, I mean, he's a father. He doesn't want to go back to jail. He's like, he's been doing this, and you guys have, yanked him away. And I don't really like how, like, they're not very understanding for Scott. And I feel like they should have been a little more kind in this one. Because, like, yeah, he's annoying. Yeah, he's a goofball. But also, you're just kind of being jerks to him and kind of using him.
for sure.
That was one thing I didn't really care for. But the conversation between Cassie and Scott, I really enjoyed in the attic, where she calls him the world's greatest grandma. You can do anything. You're the world's greatest grandma. I thought was a great little scene there as well.
Yes, he's barfing everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. No, he's like really sick.
Really,
He
really sick.
barfed like a lot. He's
A
like,
lot, a
honey,
lot.
like a lot. It's yeah. That's the great part.
I wouldn't go in there, even
I
if I
would,
was FBI. I
yeah,
would
I would
not.
try and avoid it as much as possible. It's not so much. Anyway, we don't need to get into that. Let's talk about our tolerance for barfing. Um,
We both grew up in big families, so
yeah, we've been there. There was one time, I was sick and I had to throw up, and we only had one bathroom, and I ran to the bathroom and someone was in there, And so I like
Oh,
start running
no.
out to try and like get a bucket. And while I'm running, it comes up, and we have like, because my little siblings were really young at the time, there was a
Yeah.
basket full of books, like baby book, like kid books, and I just threw up all in the
Oh,
book basket.
no.
It was not great.
One time I was at a conference and I threw up on a kid. As we were walking into the conference, I threw up on a
Shoot.
kid.
That is crazy.
I ruined that kid's life. He was like at probably 8 or 9, and I ruined his life.
He will always.
Unfortunately,
He
I
will
threw up on
always
his
remember
back
this.
for. I threw up on his back. Unfortunately,
Oof.
um,
I mean, better than his face. I would have to say.
yeah.
I would rather the back than
It
the
was it was really bad. It was bad. And then I had someone rush me to the bathroom, and I hope that kid's doing okay.
If you're listening to this podcast, mostly apologize. Imagine he just hears this. He's like, I was that kid. I was that kid.
kid. It was in Iowa. It was at like a mega church in Iowa.
Wow.
So,
How long ago?
like at least 5 years ago.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So he's probably what? 14 now? No.
yeah, he's probably in high
Yeah,
school.
14.
Honestly, yeah, he's probably in
14,
high
13.
school.
Anyway, shout out to that kid.
Shout out.
Hopefully your life is better than that one day. So Hank and Hope are in custody, and they're trying to figure out a way to get out of there when Scott shows up and helps them. They escape the FBI. Sonny Birch and his gang are also tracking them down to try and get the lab, as well as the FBI. But inside the lab, Scott and Hope distract Ava, because Ava is on the prowl right now, while Hank enters the quantum realm to retrieve Janet. Luis is also here rocking with Wasp, which is a great dynamic that I'm really glad we got, even in just a little bit. And that's that one scene where they're in the van together. I think that's really funny.
Yes.
So they shrink the lab down. They take off. They start. They're in a car chase with Sonny Birch and his men. Sorry. And Birch steals the building and gets on a ferry, and then Scott like grows and chases him after him and stops him, gets the thing back. He passes out. He pushes Ava grows the building, and Hank finds Janet in the quantum realm and gets her up back to Earth, I guess. Ava begins to steal Janet's energy as they come up, which she thinks will stabilize her. And so Wasp and Ant-Man have one final showdown with Ghost here to save Janet. Meanwhile, Luis, Dave, and Kurt apprehend Sonny Birch with the taser.
Yeah.
Which is a great... Like, Dave and Kurt aren't in much, but they have some good spots there.
Luis getting the car.
Yes, that part is great, too. He's like,
That was like the
Dr. Pym.
That was the climactic part of like his character, honestly.
His small character arc here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when Janet gets back up, she gives her energy, some of her energy, to Ava to temporarily stabilize her. And Lang returns home in time for no suspicion from Wu, and releases his house arrest. And Ava and Bill go into hiding. Which, here's one of my problems. They don't. Like, where was Ghost that entire time? Like, between then and Thunderbolt, she's just lost.
She's
Bill's
ghosting.
completely forgotten.
Hey,
What is she doing?
so with that, what if she was blipped, But how
True,
would
she
she?
could have been blipped.
How would she be blipped though? How would she be
Also
blipped?
true. Would she have been able to be blipped? Was she just
That's-
working for
Let's
Val
get a
this entire
ghost.
time?
Let's get a ghost series. Actually,
That's what I'm
Look,
saying, man. She did more.
honestly, now that I think about it, I don't really like the character of Ghost, but at the same time, when I think about that, was she blipped or not? Like, I want to know that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so
Let's talk about this
yes, yes,
climax here.
climax, yes,
Uh, Me personally, the car chase
yeah,
is amazing.
it was.
I want to hear your thoughts on that.
And like the cars going in, like short to
Yep, yep.
to
Lots of
big,
car
like
flips.
yeah, lots of car flips. I always love a good car chase, and we haven't really had a car chase in a hot minute. Honestly, we had
Captain America:
uh
Civil War had one a
Captain
little
America:
bit.
Civil War had one, but since then I don't think we have had one.
I don't think so.
Shang-Chi, that was a trolley. That was a trolley or a bus. That was
It
a
was a
trolley or a bus.
trolley bus.
I'm not.
Bus.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not
But
really sure.
that's later. That's
Yeah. That's
multiverse
later though.
saga
Yeah.
technically.
But this one was really good, and honestly,
Yeah.
one of my genuinely probably my favorite scene of the movie. There was a lot of action, a lot of movement, and it was. I love the choreography and just everything happening within the cars, and you really Hope gets her time to shine. I think in these moments as well.
Dude, I think Hope's fight scenes in this movie are some of the best fight scenes
Honestly,
recently that I can remember. I mean,
yeah,
obviously Endgame,
yeah.
Infinity War, those are two separate ones. But like for an
Yeah,
individual, I think they're some of the best choreographed, the best
honestly,
looking,
yeah,
in my opinion.
you're kind of so right about that because
She was great in this movie.
sometimes it is sloppy with and I think it's probably that has to do with the training as well, some of the actors, but also
Yeah.
I feel like Evangeline Lilly actually she can do she can do a lot of stuff
She's
and
pretty, yeah. She does a
she
lot of
did
her own
stuff.
stunts, I think.
She does because she did stuff for Lord of the Rings. I mean, not Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit.
Yeah.
And
Even
she did a
though,
lot of that. She did a lot of that.
yeah, say what you want about her character. But yeah, she's awesome.
But yeah, yeah. So, oh, I lost my train of thought.
Sorry, we
We
were talking
talked
about the car chase and
car
Evangeline
chase.
Lilly or Wasp
Yes,
stuff.
yes. That was great. And oh my gosh, with Scott fainting as he was like huge, like
Yeah,
he was like, what was it? Like I just need I just need 5 minutes,
5 minutes.
5 minutes. I was like, listen, watching this partially at work, like on a break or something like that, and I like watching the end, and I was like, oh, this is so me right now, like, just need 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah,
So that's always a funny
valid.
part.
Yeah.
Um, anyways,
This is where we get the Pez dispenser too, and I love the fact that he's like,
yes,
"Yeah, the Pez dispenser. It was a gift from Cassie. I was like, Cassie got this for my birthday." I just think that's, and it could have been ad libbed from, if it's true that there's a lot of ad lib in this
yeah,
movie,
yeah,
like that could have 100% been ad lib. But I think
yeah,
that's just a great character, like an in world thing. Like that would be 100% what Cassie would get for someone's
yeah,
birthday.
yeah,
And I love the fact that she buys the guys presents for their birthday. I just think that's so
yeah,
cute.
yeah.
Anyway,
And definitely one of the parts that I liked as well is how everyone has a part to play.
hmm
Usually that doesn't happen on like definitely like a solo movie like this.
hmm
Some characters are left out and like, oh, what happened to this person? Like they didn't show up at the end. But like everyone had a part to play here in the
yeah, absolutely.
climax. And that's something to appreciate about the movie itself. How all the storylines kind of collided and the pacing was very tight near the end as
Yeah,
well. So,
for sure.
um, yeah.
Yeah, and that's something about this movie. It feels like there's almost too much because you have Sonny, you have the
Yes,
FBI, you have
yes.
Ava, and then
Yeah,
they all come
yeah.
together, and it's kind of, they don't leave any dangling threads, which I appreciate. But there's almost like this could have been a two-part movie if you want, like because there's so much you could have explored more of. But
Yeah, this felt like a Disney Plus show, like even though
yes,
like
like like a movie that should have been a Disney Plus show. Whereas some of the
but
Disney Plus shows feel like they could have been movies because
yeah,
there's not enough.
yeah.
Yeah, Falcon
Like
and the Winter
this would have been a good Disney Plus show.
Yeah,
but
you could have done that. Yeah, Disney Plus wasn't around here then, so. But I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, that is what it kind of feels like.
yeah.
But yeah, I love the line, and this actually I can't remember what I put down as my favorite line. Oh, I don't have one, so I'll just say it right now. The "Dang it, Scotty, reduce yourself" at the end where they're running away from the FBI,
Yeah.
and the suit is huge, and he's just like, "Dang it, Scotty, reduce yourself." I just think it's funny. Uh,
Yes.
that is the word choice he uses. Reduce yourself. I just think I don't know. That just makes me laugh.
Yes, yes, yes,
Um,
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Any other thoughts about the climax here before you get to the end?
Man, I just want to point it out again, Luis, with the what is it? The Hot Wheels cart? Was it Hot Wheels?
Mhm.
Yeah, Hot Wheels.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. That was legendary. Oh my gosh. I think there was actual audible cheers in my audience when that happened.
Yeah.
Because like he got his time to shine
Yeah.
there.
And I
So
mean, that's everybody's dream is to like be able to grow your Hot Wheels and drive some of the cool cars. Like
yeah,
if I could take my 18 van and blow that up guys, and drive that thing around town, I would look like I don't know. It would be awesome, but I can't
Yeah.
because I don't have pin particles.
Yes.
Anywho,
Yes.
so they wrap it up. Scott gets out of his house arrest. XCon business is booming because they got on the news. They took down Sonny. We didn't even mention they used the truth serum on Sonny and his gang, and they tell the
Yes.
cops all
Oh,
this stuff.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there are multiple health code violations at my restaurant. Some of them would shock you.
Shock you.
It's like, is this a BuzzFeed article here that we're reading?
Yeah.
10 health code
Paparazzi.
violations here. Some of number 6 will shock you. Clickbait.
One of those Minecraft YouTube videos with the Minecraft in the background, Minecraft all color.
100 days of Minecraft hardcore. Day 86 will blow your mind. That is something you find at 3 a.m. in the morning scrolling YouTube.
Honestly, yep.
Not that I've had any experience with that whatsoever.
No, me either. Me either.
Not
Me
recently,
either.
actually. I definitely have, though, in my youth.
YouTube Shorts.
They will get you.
They will.
Yeah. Yeah, XCon business is booming. Hank and Janet retire on a beach and blow up their house, which I think is not literally blow up, but like make it grow. There you go. And Hope and Scott and Cassie are seen at a drive-in theater, which you find out is actually just a laptop set up in their yard with a lot of small cars because they're shrunk down, which I think is a great way to end the movie. But it's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. There's more. The mid-credit scene, we see Scott and Hank and Hope and Janet planning to dive into the quantum realm to harvest quantum energy to continue helping Ava. And while Scott is in the quantum realm, Hank and Hope and Janet disintegrate. They fade into oblivion. And that's where we end it. And Scott's stuck in the quantum realm. And then the end credit scene, we get a nice scene of the ant playing drums. That ant did not get snapped.
No, it did not.
Thank the Lord.
W.
So that's
Wait, I think
ending.
that's his favorite ant too. I think that's his favorite one. It's
Is that Antonio or
yeah,
no,
I think it's Anthony, not Anthony.
Anthony.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's Anthony. Yeah, I think it's Anthony. I'm pretty sure.
We can say that. We'll say. How can you
honestly.
tell? How would you tell?
Because they said something. He said something. Scott said something about that.
I did not catch that.
Near the beginning of the movie, and then like when they like they said something about how they had an ant there at his house, like replaced him. I think they said his name maybe. Well, I don't think they did, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, but yes, the cliffhanger, awesome cliffhanger,
Yes.
cliffhanger. Because this this was after Infinity War 2 because we
Yep.
were all wondering what is gonna happen to them, honestly. Like this was um so didn't know if they would survive or not.
Yeah.
And everyone freaked out. I remember that in the theater. Everyone was freaking out about that and was like, "Oh no, not them!" Like you don't want like Michael Douglas. Like really? Like you got to snap Hank? Like come on! Like that's
Thanos
crazy.
doesn't play favorites, man.
Yeah, yeah. And like Scott like getting stuck in the quantum realm is definitely like some brutal irony as well because like he was stuck in it in the first movie, like you
Yeah.
know.
And they
So
just saved Janet from it, and
yeah,
now
and
he's
they
back
just
in there.
yeah, now he's back in it.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
uh so you know you got the lighthearted ending and then with the massive sense of dread at the very end.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It was a great bow on it all.
yeah, yeah.
All right. So that is Ant-Man and the Wasp. Wesley, what is your favorite scene?
My favorite scene is definitely the car chase. I think I said that before. I think it captured what made Ant-Man and the Wasp fun. It's chaotic, creative, and doesn't really take it too self-seriously. You've got the shrinking cars, the giant Pez dispenser, like you said.
Yeah.
Um, you got uh Luis freaking out in the van and Scott trying to keep everything together while things literally fall apart around him. It's classic Marvel spectacle, but with that Ant-Man twist where you know, size is the joke and the strategy. So yeah, overall I just love the scene so much. So
Yeah, that's what I have written down, and I will co-sign everything you said and not spend too much more time on it. I do love the scene a little bit earlier before that, where Luis is geeking out about Wasp's suit, and he's like, "Man, I wish I had a suit with maybe like minimal powers, or even none at all. I'll just take a suit." He's like, "I love your suit," and she's like genuinely touched. I think that's pretty funny. So probably from that up until Ant-Man falls in the marina are my favorite. Is my favorite part. Least favorite scene. I'm just gonna say I didn't have one. I think it was all kind of essential.
uh I think I kind of mentioned it before, but the scene at the school it definitely slows down the movie and not just because it's bad, but it slows it down, I feel like.
Wow.
Um wait a second. Can I someone's trying to get in the house. Can I
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm
No,
so
you're
sorry.
good. You're good.
Uh, uh, I'm so sorry.